Hello and welcome to a new game. This is a game called The Interview. I found this on itch.io, downloaded it ages ago, and it's just been sat on my desktop, so I thought I'd get around to playing it. Oh, there's options here. Oh, that one looks weird. Well, this one looks like the start, so I guess we'll go with this. I don't know anything about it. It literally just started up on that screen. There was no, intro. Oh, hello. Officer Paul. Hey there, lad. You must be Brian Moore. I was told that you're here to conduct an interview. I'm in charge of showing you around the block. Okay. Let's get this over with. Okay. I'm using mouse and keyboard, so hopefully my shocking control of mouse and keyboard isn't, game ruining. All those incarcerated in this block here are in for serious crimes. The guy over there shot down 27 people in a church. Crazy stuff. I don't get paid enough to look after these twats, but I'm in charge here. Let's keep moving. So thankfully I have the appropriate accent. There's also no pause, which is interesting. So no controls so far, besides move and move the camera. The inmates follow a strict schedule here. They return to their cells at 8 PM. They just finished dinner an hour ago, so the cafeteria is closed. The interrogation room is up ahead. Only those with access are allowed. Let's get a move on. The reason I was looking for options is because there's a pretty aggressive VHS filter, as there is with so many indie horror games nowadays. This is as far as I can go, lad. Why are you calling me lad? I am a lot shorter than you. Your subject is to be interviewed here. I hear she's tricky to handle. No weapons past this point. You know the drill. I'm a journalist or an interviewer. Good luck, lad. Hope to see you in one piece. Feels nice to move. You've got this nice little side dodge thing. Gentlemen. Gentlemen. So is it E to... Okay, it's E to open doors. There was no, What the fuck? Greetings, my child. What brings you here? I'm Brian. I'm here to ask you a few questions. You may call me Sister Maria, my child. Sister Maria, are you human? I just noticed the eyeball floating over her head as well. Sister Maria. I believe not, my dear, for the Lord sent me here to carry out his will. Yeah, you look like you came from the Lord. His will? The Lord? Is there a higher power you serve? Well, I'm going to ask about his will. To purge the world of all sinners. To form a world of absolute truth. A divine being, the Almighty. He is the embodiment of absolute truth. Are there more of your kind out there? I was sent alone. I alone am enough to carry out his will. Is it possible for humans to contact your God? Be not afraid. The Almighty will reach out when it is time. I see, and oh, it's red. My child, tell me. Do you think humankind is free of sin? No. I don't think so, not at all. It isn't, but we've moved forward as a race, and Sister Maria, I would rather continue the interview process. Oh, that one's interesting. Let's go with this. And tell me, child, what do you think might drive your kind to sin? This definitely has multiple endings. I'm not sure. Greed, maybe? Or pride, I guess. I think greed more than anything there. What leads humankind to ruin, my child, is lack of faith. Tell me, child, do you believe in a God? A higher power? I do not. Humankind has moved past the need for a God. Or, yes, I do believe in a higher power. Let's say no. Foolish child! Do you not understand? She didn't like that. When the day of judgment arrives, do you not want to be spared? I think it's too late for that, Sister Maria. Or, I'd rather continue the interview, Sister Maria. I have a job to do. Ah, my child, I see. You're cautious. I can understand. But my child, your reluctance to believe will not end well. It's getting really annoying saying my child. For instance, your wife, a sweet young woman, her death was unfortunate. I saw it all. You were both like-minded, energetic, but full of disbelief. Things could have gone very differently that day. It's a shame indeed. How the hell do you know that? Doesn't matter now, she's gone and no god can change that. Ah, my child, you do not understand. The Lord tells me what I want to know. He who is all-powerful, he who can see the future and change the past. Submit to him, and everything you once lost will be yours again. Let's put that aside. I'd appreciate it if you could answer me, or Sister Maria, I believe you didn't answer me. What is your goal? Ah, my child, I believe I told you already. To eradicate all sin. That's true, she did say. My child, all of humankind began as one at first. Man was pure, free of sin. But man abandoned God, so they must be punished. How exactly do you plan on doing that? The seed of truth, from which all began. Its divine power will reset the world to that of a pure one. My mission is absolute, my child. I will eradicate the world of sin. You understand that any such action will lead to military force, and what do you plan to do if you meet any resistance to your actions? Ah, my child, for fuck's sake, resistance will be futile. I've not heard that before. For they may win the fight, but lose the war. When the day of judgment draws closer, the one who loses ultimately will be humankind themselves. So those who do not resist will be spared? Yes, my child, for the Lord will forgive he who repents. A bright future awaits those folk who accept the Lord. Is it not a tempting proposition? It might be appealing to some, but I'm not sure. So humankind might refuse to accept his teachings. So be it. I have no other choice then. Oh God. When the day of judgment comes, they shall not be spared. You shall be judged too, my child, but I shall not be the one delivering it. It will be up to the Lord to judge you. But keep in mind, on the day of judgment, no man shall be spared from his wrath. Farewell. I thought you said those that repent will be spared. Wait, farewell. Oh, that's not me. She's rocking. She popped those guys like Roundtree's bursting bugs. Who remembers Roundtree's bursting bugs? I remember that. July 23rd, 1993. 3 years later. Oh, I thought this might just be like a little... the interview thing. Oh, this is it. This is it happening. The rapture of this demonic god. Oh, this reminds me of Huntsvati with the trees. Oh, fuck you. I saw that red light. Like her eyes. And then it disappeared too. So it very well could have... Oh, yeah. I saw it on top of the thing. A game by Tyrobite. Special thanks to Sephiron Dev. Oh, that was it. Oh, she's sparkling. Ah. Oh, so this is like a chapter select. It's just these two things. Huh, interesting. So that was the interview. Nice is a little like experimentation. I do like some of these one-room games where you just talk to someone and there's options sometimes. This one felt a little surface level and like there wasn't much to it. It's good for a one go through. I take back my previous comment. I don't think there's multiple endings. It was like a light poor man's version of the game I played on my main channel where you're in a security booth As I think it was just called Security Booth. Um, but I like the style. I like the models. It has that PS1 vibe that like every indie horror game is going for now. And you know, we've had worse eras in the indie gaming field, so I don't mind it too much. It was a semi-interesting concept. I mean, I've kind of seen the same thing done, just with not a nun designed like a demon. The design was cool with the eye and the horns and stuff, but yeah, worth a playthrough and a watch through, but that's about it. It was free, so I'm not going to gripe on it. And as a free test for a developer, good. Good models, not much to the environments, obviously, so I can't really judge it based on that, but good style, I think. So yeah, not terrible, not amazing, not mind-blowing, but glad I gave it a try. That was the interview. And I want to do more on this channel than just full on games. I love coming back to these little one-time short videos, so expect more of them. I'll always be scrounging through itch.io and that kind of thing. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in whatever I play next.